Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every one of you guys put some Coach K full court pressure on that like button as well as that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time your boy E Thriller goes live or uploads a video to my channel. And once again, this is your homie, the one and only E Thriller. Welcome back. Now, man, we gonna get into it. I'm gonna get straight to it. I ain't gonna hold y'all for too long because, to be honest with you, I'm missing the Lakers game and I'm gonna have to go back and watch it from the beginning. But last night, man, Devin Haney went up against Jorge Linares, right? And I'm so glad he went through what he went through last night because, for one, he gained a lot of experience. And for two, it just further illuminated how most of you fight fans don't know shit about the sport of boxing. Because you have a guy in Devin Haney who obviously changed up his entire game plan coming into this fight. I mean, this man basically wanted to come in and press the issue, and he was looking for a KO for 10 straight rounds. And I mean, the moment that this man finally gets caught with a flush shot, because he ate a couple of good punches, just FYI, leading up to that point, it didn't budge, didn't buckle, didn't fold or nothing. He kept pressing forward. He kept bringing the fight to Linares. The moment he got caught with a 6-punch combination and the last punch finally landed and he looked a little dazed and wobbled walking back to his corner, now some of you dudes want to say that this dude got exposed. How? How did Devin Haney really get exposed? Because in my personal opinion, I went back and watched the fight again last night, and that man won at least 11 out of 12 rounds. I mean, at least. We can give Linares the 11th round because, of course, Devin Haney was still struggling and trying to regain his faculties after getting caught with that flush left hook in the 11th round, right? And then I've been noticing, I've been reading comments all over YouTube, all over Instagram, all over Twitter, right? And this social media era of boxing just makes me sick because it just shows that fight fans are never satisfied. Because you have some fighters like a Terrence Bud Crawford who comes out and he knocks everybody out left and right. You criticize him. You criticize the fact that he got dropped by Igis Kavalauskas, right? But then on the flip side, if you have a guy like Devin Haney, who normally fights ultra defensive, who really don't get touched in most of his fights outside of last night, you critique and criticize him for that as well. So basically what I'm trying to say in this video is fight fans are never satisfied. Some of you dudes just don't know nothing about the sport of boxing because it's pretty obvious that that man had a game plan. He tried to execute it. He was boxing beautifully, touching them up with the jab up top, touching them up down low with the jab as well. You understand what I'm saying? Turning them and spinning them in circles. He boxed squares and circles all around Linares last night, outside of being caught two times. So we live in an unfair social media world where most of you dudes probably ain't never been in a fight anyway, right? And then second of all, just because a guy landed 2 big shots on another fighter does not mean that he got exposed. Because I don't know when you guys start watching boxing, and I don't claim to know everything about the sport of boxing, but I do try to exercise common sense. And whenever you step into that squared circle, whether that's a Floyd Mayweather, a Muhammad Ali, a Mike Tyson, a Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones, Manny Pacquiao, Juan Manuel Marquez, Oscar De La Hoya, everybody has been wobbled. Everybody has been stunned. Everybody has been hit. Everybody has damn near been dropped outside of Floyd Mayweather. Matter of fact, scratch that. He did get dropped a couple of times. It just didn't count. You understand what I'm saying? He got caught by Zab Judah. He got hit with a good shot by Chop DeMarcus Corley. You understand what I'm saying? And we all know Sugar Shane Mosley caught Floyd flush twice, 2 times, and Floyd held on for dear life. And speaking of holding, I've been noticing a lot of people saying this about Devin Haney. They say he hugs, he holds, and he runs, right? Well, what do you want the man to do? Because if I'm dazed, I'm going to clinch for dear life. And do you guys not know that clinching is a part of the sport of boxing? It's a defensive tactic, because the great Evander Holyfield will 1, 2, 3 Mike Tyson all day in clinch and hold. You understand what I'm saying? Just to frustrate Mike Tyson, to get him off his game plan to where he can't throw any good shots. He tried to smother his punches. It's a strategical strategy. from a boxer. So there is nothing wrong with Devin Haney saying, hey, I ain't got all my legs back right now. I'm going to hold on for dear life until I regain my confidence and my equilibrium. And then I can go out here and box him for the next, round or so. But some of you dudes just need to either watch the UFC. I don't know what y'all need to do. You dudes need to really go back and do your research on the sport of boxing. They don't call it the hurt business for nothing. And shout out to my boy Lee Cannon in the chat. I see you. I appreciate you for rocking with me, bro. But try to help me understand this, Lee. Why are fight fans so hypocritical? Because it's like my boy Rebel Life Boxing said on my last live stream last night. Shout out to him. And if you haven't done so already, go sub to my boy channel. He said, damn if you do, damn if you don't. And I totally agree, because if that man would have went out there and just touched Linares up with the jab and basically just landed a straight right hand and moved around all night long, then you know what they would have said? Oh, it was another boring fight by Devin Haney. He doesn't have any power, which is true, which is very true. Devin Haney does not have power. I'm not going to sit up here and count for Devin Haney to say he is a one-punch knockout artist. However, you have to appreciate the sweet signs from a guy that is only 22 years of age, y'all. I mean, golly, what do you want the man to do? Not get in the ring and not get hit at all? At all? Because if he would have done that, you would have been dissatisfied, right? But then on the flip side, when he come out and said, okay, I know Linares is going to try to press me out, so I'm going to switch the game plan up on him. I'm going to come forward. I'm going to sit down on my punches. I'm going to touch him down low to the body. I mean, young Devin Haney body work was flawless last night, in my personal opinion. I mean, flawless. He was touching him with the jab. Mind you, I feel like he has the best jab I've seen in boxing so far. You know, right now in the current game of boxing, Devin Haney jab is beautiful. He lands it damn near every single time he throws it. So we have to take that into consideration. But outside of that, the man came forward all night. He tried to get the KO. He didn't get it. He got caught 1 or 2 times. Whoop-de-fucking-do. He won 11 out of 12 rounds. And now the Teofimo fanboys are saying that he got exposed. Now the Teofimo fanboys are saying he needs to stay far away from him. But you guys are the same dudes that will turn around and criticize these fighters for not going up against the best, for not wanting to dare to be great, for not making these big fights happen. But then on the flip side, whenever they supposedly get hurt or exposed, as y'all like to say now all of a sudden y'all don't want him to take the fight. I just don't get it. Like, what do we want as boxing fans? But let me get to this chat, man. Shout out to my boy, Crazy Bro. He said, yeah, they mad at Haney. If they want knockouts, then watch UFC. Haney is great at securing rounds. Who that remind you of? Doesn't knock out people, but secures rounds? Money Mayweather. That is a cold, hard fact, my brother. He also said, you can tell Mayweather Sr., shout out to the Joy team, been working with him for years. Facts. And the only thing I would say about Devin Haney, I would love for him to try to use a high guard a little bit more instead of trying to shoulder roll a lot like Floyd Mayweather, because I just feel like you cannot perfect the shoulder roll like a Floyd Mayweather, but that's just a pet peeve of mine. I hate to see guys like Adrian Broner try to do that, or Devin Haney, or Shakur Stevenson to some degree. Tank Davis tries it at times. Teofimo tries it at times too. I just don't like seeing dudes try to employ the shoulder roll because they don't know how to roll with it like Floyd. Like, that's one of the reasons why Haney got caught last night, because he didn't continue to roll and slip the way that a Mayweather would have slipped that punch. You understand what I'm saying? But it's the fight game. It happens. Everybody gets caught. I mean, so I don't understand why everybody is so down on Devin Haney. Like, why is everybody throwing in the towel on this guy? He's only 22 years of age. This was clearly his biggest step up in competition. He boxed beautifully, in my honest opinion. So why are y'all hating on this dude? Why? Lee Cannon said, it's all good, fam. Already, man. Samuel said in the chat, Latin losers and Pactars are not boxing fans. That is a fact. That is a fact. Some of them, man, they are just so biased, but then they turn around and act like Manny Pacquiao ain't never been knocked out cold by Marquez. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Pacquiao ain't been put to sleep. You understand what I'm saying? He got hit. He got knocked out before. It happens. It's okay. Ain't nobody taking him that away from Manny's greatness. So if Devin Haney come out and get caught with a couple of good shots, didn't fall down, not one time, everybody want to say he got exposed last night. I mean, I just don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. He said, I thought Haney did a good job. He earned that check last night. Facts. Yeah, man. He showed me that he had a lot of grit. He showed me he had a lot of heart. He showed me that he had some dog in him. He faced a little adversity. He bounced back like a true champion. He took the licks like a man. He didn't make any excuses after the fight. And he's already thinking about his next fight. He's already calling out Teofimo or Ryan Garcia. And speaking of Ryan Garcia, did y'all see what he said last night? I just posted the video. Of course, YouTube hated on me. They copyrighted my video, so I had to go back and edit it, and I just re-uploaded it. So if you haven't done so already, go back and look at it and hit that like button. It's not that long, but just basically talking about Ryan. Ryan Garcia basically said, hold on, y'all. Let me give me some water. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I don't like somebody, if I don't like a certain athlete or a boxer, I say it. And I don't like Ryan Kardashian. Oops. I mean Ryan Garcia at all. Because the man is just not a competitor. You understand what I'm saying? He's already pulled out of several fights, talking about he's dealing with mental health and depression. And I get that. A lot of people are dealing with that. Hell, I even have anxiety from time to time. But having said all of that, it is your job to box. And if you're going to call dudes out and say that you won't tank and you gonna knock him out in 2 rounds, or Devin Haney ain't fought nobody, he ain't did what I've done in the sport of boxing, then you need to come out and back that shit up. So whenever you had the opportunity to be the mandatory to face a Devin Haney for the WBC belt, you elected not to. Very similar to what Sean Porter did with Terrence Bud Crawford. I wonder why that is. But then this guy want to turn around right after the fight, right after, I guess, Devin Haney, quote unquote, got exposed just because he got caught with 2 good punches in the fight. Although he won 11 out of 12 rounds, he want to come out and say, oh, I would have slept you. Oh, really? Well, that could have been you last night if you just would have grew some balls and got in the ring and showcase your talent and skills, because nobody ain't saying you're not talented, Ryan Garcia. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of people are saying that you a punk, and I'm one of them. Because you are a punk, not as a man, but as a competitor. Because again, I don't know none of these dudes personally. Whenever I give criticism, I'm talking about them as an athlete. I'm not talking about calling them bitches or hoes or, like that in real life. I'm just saying from a competitor standpoint. So don't get that misconstrued, right? But in my honest opinion, Ryan Kardashian is the weakest one at 135. I mean, because he lacks head movement. He has a lot of speed. He packs a good punch, but I think Devin Haney will box circles around that dude, y'all. And if Devin Haney don't want to get hit by him, he ain't going to get hit. He won't get hit, not one goddamn time. Because he is not going to fight the same fight he fought last night against a Linares, against a Teofimo Lopez, a Gervonta Tank Davis, and a Ryan Garcia. Hell, even Lomo. He's not going to fight that same fight, y'all. Let me see. He said, I think he needs to work on doing more combinations. That's a fact. But you can kind of tell, bro, he really didn't want to throw a lot of combinations because he knew Linares was trying to time him. He said it after the fight, too. He said, I tried to switch it up with my jabs and my feints because I knew you were trying to time me. And that speaks volumes to his boxing IQ, in my personal opinion. Samuel said there are perpetual losers with Pactard, Golovkin Bum, and Canelo. I was born scary. Yeah, man. It's just a lot of biased people when it comes to boxing, man. They're very hypocritical. Now, had Teofimo Lopez took a good shot and fought through it, they would have said, oh, he's a true champion. Oh, everybody gets wobbled. It ain't nothing. It's just boxing, right? But the moment it was Devin Haney, a guy that they don't particularly like, all of a sudden he's been exposed and it's the end of the world. I just don't get it. He said he worked that jab all night long. Facts, man. The jab was beautiful, bro. I mean, he really could have. Honestly, I kind of got a problem with Bill Haney, his father, in his corner, because once they realized that fight was he was up like 8 rounds to 0. Honestly, I would have told him, you know what? Don't throw nothing but a jab. Don't take no chances. Only go for the knockout if the opportunity presents itself. I would have made Linares come forward to me. I would have got on my bicycle and boxed circles and squares around him for the next 3 rounds. In my honest opinion, that's what I would have done. But Devin Haney, once again, to his credit, he sold out and said, I'm putting caution into the wind. If trying to just land jabs, even though I can land it 80% of the time, I'm going to try to get this guy out. And in the process, he got caught with a good shot. Shit happens when you take chances, y'all. It happens. Pactar's invented participation trophies for losing badly. That is a cold hard fact, man. And nothing makes me more sick than Manny Pacquiao fans. I really mean that, y'all, because I know I picked Manny Pacquiao to beat an Earl Spence. And I really don't want that to happen just because of his fans. His fans are idiots. Like, they just say the most asinine things whenever it comes to boxing. And most of them are so goddamn racist. They make everything a race issue. Or they always want to bring up Floyd Mayweather. They want to say, well, oh, Floyd fought Conor. Well, wasn't Manny trying to fight Conor too before he went to sleep experts? I mean, they swear up and down, I just be making this stuff up. I don't be making this stuff up. Samuel said Ryan Garcia is not a boxer. Yeah, man, he's a celebrity, bro. Ryan Kardashian. Oops, I meant Garcia. That's why I call him a Kardashian. He loves the attention. He want to be in the spotlight for everything outside of boxing. Oh, he has the social media game down pat. You understand what I'm saying? Can't nobody touch him in that realm. But whenever it comes to the sport of boxing, he ain't done shit. He ain't done nothing at all. Shout out to my boy David Isaiah. He said Tio got knocked down in his first fight. And that is a fact. That is a fact, but a lot of people don't want to talk about that, man. Everybody just want to act like Teofimo is just this god, like he's above reproach, like he is invincible. Well, newsflash, ain't nobody in the sport of boxing, in my personal opinion, as of today, is invincible. Everybody has weaknesses in their game. I don't know what boxing y'all been watching, but I don't see no Floyd Mayweathers in the sport. I don't. Even Terrence Bud Crawford. I love Bud to death. He is my favorite fighter in the sport, but he's not flawless. He has weaknesses in his game. You know, so does Earl Spence, so does Teofimo Lopez, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. The list goes on and on. It's just a matter if their opponent can expose it, you know, and catch them at the right time. And shout out to my boy D Jones in the chat. He said, "What up, homie? What up, bro? How you doing today, man? I appreciate you for checking out my live, man. Yeah, I didn't want to make this live too long, y'all, because I'm about to go watch this Lakers game. I'm already behind, but I just really wanted to come on and address the hate for Devin Haney, because I don't get it. And then Devin Haney, to make matters worse, this is not a flashy young man. This is not a young man that talk a lot of noise. He's just confident in his abilities. So again, I don't understand where all the hate come from. And we can't really just say it's coming from other races, because I see a lot of black individuals hating on him right now, just like they hate on Bud. And I just don't get it. I don't get it. Samuel said criticizing boxers for boxing correctly. Facts. I don't know what they want to see, bro. Do you want to see a boxer box, or do you want to see Rock'em Sock'em? Do you want to see Rock'em Sock'em? Because I can guarantee you, if they were in that ring last night and got clipped with that shot that Linares hit him with, they would have been holding. They would have been running for dear life. They probably would have took a knee. And it's okay. It's boxing. That's being smart. Why would I run the risk of losing a fight that I had, 10 rounds in the bag up until that point, trying to be macho for the fans? I'll wait. Can somebody drop a comment in the chat and let me know if I'm tripping? But I wouldn't be tripping on the fans, man. And they try to boo the man last night, man. It's okay. Hey, young Devin Haney, keep your head up. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being humble. Keep boxing beautifully, because there are some pugilists in the sport, such as myself, who love to see pure boxers. I ain't always got to get a knockout. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't always got to get no toe-to-toe action. If that happens, all right, cool, I'll take it. But for the most part, I would rather see a defensive fighter fight anyway, because I love that style of boxing. But I know I am in the minority when it comes to that point. D. Jones said the better takeover. Yeah, man, we'll see. He's saying that he want Devin Haney next, so we'll have to see how it all shake out, bro. My boy Rebel Life Boxing is tuning in. Shout out to you, my boy. He said, "What's up, fam? What's up, family?" I shouted you out earlier, bro. Make sure y'all go sub to my boy channel, man. He always on point with his predictions. He's unbiased, and he's one of the very few guys that I listen to on YouTube. And speaking of which, I'm going to give some dudes some shout outs, man, basically on the dudes that I like to listen to who are unbiased in my personal opinion. And I want y'all to go sub to him. Shout out to my boy Mike on Sports. I listen to him every day. He helped me get through my job at work. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Mike on Sports, man. He do a phenomenal job. He's funny. He's entertaining. He's pretty knowledgeable. He comes on each and every day during the week. Shout out to my boy Mike on Sports. Make sure you go sub to him as well. Another boxing channel that I've already mentioned is Rebel Life Boxing. Go watch him. I always give him love. He always show me love. That's my partner on YouTube. Shout out to him. Bushido Boxing. I like watching him too. He's unbiased. He's fair. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all go follow him, sub to his channel, tell him E-Thriller sent you. Who else? I like watching New Media Today, USA. Shout out to Coach Malachi. He is a OG in the game. I respect his opinions and facts that he dropped. He basically come on every day of the week as well. Go sub to his channel. That's New Media Today, USA Boxing, I believe. And tell him Thriller sent you. And then there's a couple of more dudes I'm trying to remember. OG Blood Boxing. I like watching him. He's very funny, very entertaining. He knows his boxing as well. And he pulls these fanboy cards. So I respect him as well. And then I'm trying to think, who else do I watch, man? Who else do I watch on YouTube? I like Goodfella TV as well. Shout out to him. I watch him from time to time. But that's pretty much it, man. Those are the only guys that I rock with on a day-to-day basis. So salute to them brothers, man. I really appreciate y'all for doing what y'all do. Y'all motivate me. Y'all help me to keep doing what I'm doing as well. But having said all of that, man, that's my thoughts on young Devin Haney. Let me see what my boy Rebel Life was talking about. It's pissing me off with the disrespect. Yeah, man, they don't know nothing about boxing, bro. They just want to see toe-to-toe action. But even when you get that, if he get hit, then they're going to say, oh, well, he got exposed. So it's like you can't win for losing. You can't please everybody. So that's why I say just keep doing what you're doing, Devin. Keep boxing beautifully. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button on your way in or on your way out. Make sure you like, comment, share this video with your family and friends. Make this go viral. Devin Haney, shout out to you, champ. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate y'all time. Till next time, I'm gone. Holla. Oh, wait a minute. Samuel said the Clippers are cursed. Yeah, man, I got the Mavs beating the Clips, bro. I got the Mavs beating the Clips because they just can't do nothing with Luka. And if Kristaps Porzingis would have gave Luka Doncic anything last night or the other night, you know, understand what I'm saying? They would have won that game because that was a close game. Didn't Luka drop like 40-something? I watched that game, bro. That was a hell of a game. But Kawhi is going hard. Paul George is playing a lot better than he's played in years past in the playoffs. So we just got to see if they bounce back. When is their next game? Is it today? Hopefully it's today because I know the Lakers are playing right now. I'm about to go check that out. Same with you, fam. Iron sharpens iron. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Keep doing your thing, bro. I salute each and every one of you guys. Those are the guys I listen to, man. So make sure y'all go drop comments, hit that like button, and sub up to that channel, man, because that's who your boy Thriller listen to every single day. But until next time, ladies and gents, I'm gone. Holla.